Hey everyone, so today I thought I'd give you kind of a 3-week post-surgery update as well as kind of what kind of stage I'm on for meals now. So as I said last Wednesday at my 2-week follow-up with the surgeon and dietitian, I got approved for my stage 4 diet. So the stage 4 diet is basically soft and pureed foods. So the list of foods I'm allowed to start with right now are milk, only skim milk or 1%, low sugar or low fat yogurt or Greek yogurt, can't have any fruit chunks in it, tofu, has to be extra firm, 1% cottage cheese, low fat cheddar cheese, Baby Bell light cheese, Laughing Cow light cheese, refried beans with no added fat, hummus, lentil soup, split pea soup, any kind of pureed soup as long as it's not made with like heavy cream. It all has to be made with low fat dairy. Also the soups need to be higher in protein, because I mean that's the main goal here, is to get my protein in. They should avoid having rice or pasta in them or potatoes. Just that kind of carbohydrates will kind of might gum up my stomach now and make things painful. Also allowed like whipped potatoes, but it has to be whipped really thin, so I'm guessing the nutritionist said kind of just to avoid that one because there's not much protein, but if you did, it would be like making them with extra milk so they're relatively thin. Cooked cream of wheat and cooked oatmeal. So basically that's my approved list of foods right now. There's some things I've stayed away from, like the tofu. I just don't think I'd be a fan of the tofu. I like the cottage cheese and low fat cheeses. Those are all going down pretty well. I've tried refried beans and they're pretty good. I actually got hummus, but it was the one that got recalled, so I had to return that. I tried one lentil soup that was just a store-bought one. It was okay, it wasn't my favorite. I think we're going to try maybe making some soups, just to see if I like them any better. I haven't tried any of the cooked oatmeal or cooked cream of wheat yet. Those ones are so low in protein that you'd have to add protein powder to them, so I kind of thought I'd rather stay away from those for now. I'm also allowed to have protein shakes still, but they're more concentrated in protein than my pre-op and post-op liquid diet, so they actually have quite a bit more protein in them than those did. So I also need to try and get in 6 to 8 cups of fluids a day, preferably closer to the 8 cups. That's been a little bit of a struggle. I've been always over the 6 cup mark, but usually I get stuck around that 7 cup mark. It's just hard to squeeze more in. Especially with taking the supplements, and like I said last week with my gout, I got put on medication on Wednesday for it, and that kind of really made things difficult Thursday for taking medications, because my antacid is a capsule that I have to break open and wash down with water or one of my other sugar-free fluids, and it takes quite a bit of water to wash it all down, so by the time I finish that pill I'm full. Well, the pill for the gout was another one that I had to break open and wash down with enough water. So of course I couldn't take them at the same time, I had to space those out. But now being on more solid foods, I have to stop drinking a half hour before I eat so I have room in my stomach. Otherwise I can get really bad pains. So yeah, I have to stop drinking a half hour before I eat, and I can't drink for a half hour after I eat. So I've been having to time it with those really well. I'm also on a few supplements here, so I have liquid calcium with vitamin D. I have to take that twice a day. It's just 1 tablespoon. Also on additional vitamin D, I have liquid vitamin D here, which I actually just put into the calcium. I'm on like an extra 7,000 units a day because my vitamin D is still kind of low. So after that I'll go down to 2,000 units a day. But I also have these multivitamins, just a Jameson 100% multivitamin. It's just a chewable one, so I chew it until it's basically gone in my mouth, and that goes down pretty easy too. One other thing I had to pick up just the other day is stool softeners. They told me before surgery that it was going to be most likely an issue. It is for about 99% of patients, because you have so little food going in, it's hard to come out. So stool softeners are usually needed. So of course now with the soft foods, I have to coordinate all my supplements with them, and I can't take the calcium with my multivitamin, so I have to stretch it out over the day. So usually my morning routine when I get up is my first cup of water or fluids I drink, I take my antacid that I have to take, and then after I've done that cup of fluids, I wait my half hour, and usually I have a Greek yogurt in the morning, and that's usually all I have for breakfast. And then in between that next little break, I try and drink another cup of fluid, and usually during that time I take my calcium, my liquid calcium, and my vitamin D, so it's not too close to my antacid first thing in the morning. I then have to have a morning snack, so usually like a piece of cheese or something. Again, it's all just based on the protein, so I'm tracking all my foods in my MyFitnessPal on my phone again, like I was before surgery, and keeping track of my protein intake. So I'm trying to get between 60 and 80 grams. So generally I'm doing breakfast, a morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, supper, and then an evening snack. Actually, sometimes you even have to do 2 evening snacks to get enough protein in there. And right now the protein shakes are coming in handy, because with these soft foods that I have right now, it's really difficult to get to 60 grams of protein, whereas a protein shake, 1 cup of it has 34, so that usually, once I have one of those in the day, it puts me up to enough. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. In a week or so probably, I can add a few more soft foods, and these include like any kind of fish, imitation seafood, eggs, chicken, turkey, as long as they're lean and ground, crab or shrimp, as well as soy proteins or extra lean deli meats. Of course, the whole idea here is it all has to be extra lean. You don't want to be taking in extra fat that you don't need. We're really focusing on the protein here. So my nutritionist said once I start this stage, I shouldn't have to be having any protein shakes anymore if I don't want them. I should be able to get enough protein, because of course meat is high enough in protein per serving that you can get enough of your required protein in a day. So I'm kind of looking forward to trying those. Everything I've had so far has gone down pretty well. I mean, cottage cheese has been the only thing that kind of makes my stomach make a few more sounds than normal, but it's not like it's upset or makes me sick or anything. Definitely have to eat slow. There was one night I thought, oh, I measured out some refried beans, and the serving in my book said 1/3 of a cup, and I scooped out a 1/2 cup, and I got partway through and no, I can't finish them. You get a weird pressure in your chest up here that tells you you're full. It's not the same feeling as usual that most people get. It's kind of like you feel pressure and you just kind of have to stop. So it's kind of an unusual feeling that I'm still getting used to, but it does happen. So yeah, for the most part that's going pretty well. All my incisions are actually healing up really well. The one I thought that was going to have a decent scar on it is actually healing up even better than I imagined, and it looks like there's going to be almost nothing for a scar there. As for the gout, I didn't have very good luck with that. The surgeon gave me a dose of anti-inflammatories, which again I'm not supposed to be on because they can cause stomach ulcers. But the surgeon said the risk of stomach ulcers is so low on such a short dose. My dose was only over 6 pills over 2 days. So he determined that the reward of fixing the gout was going to be higher than the risk of causing me stomach ulcers. So I started that Wednesday. That's the day I saw my surgeon, and Thursday morning I woke up after I'd taken the first 2 pills and my foot felt a lot better. Still hadn't been completely fixed, but felt a lot better. And then kind of the rest of the day, Thursday into Friday morning when I finished everything up, it didn't get any better after that. It was still kind of just staying the same. So I was kind of worried there. I'm like, well, did it not fix it? Did I need a longer dose? Or so I waited out through the weekend. I had T3s to take as well for the pain if I needed them, which were also a pain in the butt to take because, of course, I couldn't take them with any other pills because I can only fit so much water in my stomach. But anyways, I took the T3s over the week to get me through the weekend. On Monday, I called the surgeon's office and told them it was still there. Mainly just my big toe now, not in the ankle anymore, but it was still really hard to walk. I basically had to sit at home and try and keep off of it for the most part. And so they prescribed me something else yesterday afternoon. So I took the first course of it yesterday and my next dose this morning. My toe is feeling a lot better already, so I'm hoping the trend just continues when I finish them in a couple of days, that everything's better and the gout is gone, because I need to be up and walking more. That's part of the key to losing the weight. It's not just the weight's just not gonna come off if I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I mean, some of it does. It has been coming off slowly since last week. I think I'm down another 4 or 5 pounds. I'm gonna start doing weekly weigh-ins so you guys can have updates more frequently. But yeah, I'm only down another 4 or 5 pounds. I think there would be more if I could be up walking. Because it works out, my diet right now, I'm only on 700 to 800 calories a day, which is actually less than the pre-op diet was. And the high protein liquid post-op diet too was about 1,000 calories. So now I'm actually only on like 700 to 800. Never feel hungry. I'm thirsty once in a while. I actually drink water throughout the night. When I happen to wake up and my mouth is dry, I take a little sip of water. But yeah, more than anything, I'm thirsty. Again, blood pressure has been about the same. I went and donated plasma the other day. I do that routinely. And my blood pressure was good there. Blood sugars, I still check 3 times a day because my diet has changed. So we weren't sure how my blood sugars were going to change with it. And they've all been perfect. They're all well within range. One day I think I took my blood sugar right after having a protein shake and it was a little bit higher, but it was still well within range. So everything with that aspect is going well too. Today is the first day actually. This shirt I tried on, I haven't worn it in over a month and it's way too big now. So definitely before I go back to work I have to go buy some new clothes, which is a good feeling. Yeah, so hopefully I can get on to some of those meats and higher protein things by next week and give you guys an update then. Thanks. Bye.